up on today's show, we'll be taking you through this month's big releases, including Megan, Babylon, Tar and Plane.
And we'll be celebrating Cineworld's reward season, replete with unlimited screenings.
Welcome to What's On at Cineworld Cinemas. I am Luke Owen.
And I am one of the stars of Hollywood's glitterati, Dan Lee.
If anything, Dan, you are the star of Hollywood's glitterati.
Thank you for your bravery and confidence in sharing that with the group.
We are filming this here at London's O2, the beautiful Cineworld here at the O2. And do you know what, Dan? We've got a lot to discuss today.
We do.
I've got to talk about Megan for at least 20 minutes.
You absolutely do. So I'm sad you're not in your Megan dress.
Well, I mean, I nearly did, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to upstage you.
Thank you.
So let's go get some snacks and let's go talk about some films.
It's always a good time.
I shouldn't eat this now because we need to talk about movies.
You got to save it for the film anyway.
And you're absolutely right, yeah.
There's people who eat their popcorn gently, and then people who finish it before the first trailer. Which one are you?
Well, I snack throughout.
Right.
So I snack through the trailers. But anyway, well, look, we're here to talk about movies that are coming out this month.
Yes.
Movies that are out this week, including legit one of my most anticipated movies of the year, because this made a big splash in 2022 when the trailer came out. It was very heavily memed online. Lots of people were clipping them out, particularly the dance. Megan, the AI robot horror movie. I mean, did you see the social media stuff that they were doing?
Yes, M3gan.
Yes.
I truly believe this film had already come out and I'd missed it because there was so much buzz about it online. There was so many different, like you say, like memes and cuts of the trailers and shots of, and sort of just discussions of what this film was about and why it existed and what the context is for the contemporary viewing experience. So I thought I'd sort of missed it back in the autumn time, only to find out that it's due out now.
It's out. It's in fact out
today. So I haven't missed it, and I can go and see it.
And I'm super duper excited. I know some people who went to go to the press screening for it last night, and they were texting me afterwards, being like, "Oh, you're gonna love this movie."
It does feel a very Luke Owen film.
It feels very me.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the stuff they're doing on social media, because one of my favorite film franchises in the world is Child's Play. The Chucky series.
Yes.
So I love those movies. And Chucky is a horror icon, and he is still relevant to this day. He has still got movies, and he's got a TV show and everything. He had this whole thing of being like, whoa, who's this trying to step on my territory?
Yeah.
The killer doll thing. But the Megan Twitter account would just interact with him, being like, hey, should we just be friends?
Nice.
And just like trying to be really friendly with him. And he was like, no,
But
no,
this is like the clever marketing and the idea of knowing who your audience is, why they're going to want to interact with this thing. And then, like I said, I know not so much about the plot of this film or what the film is going to be, but I'm so aware of it that at this point I feel like, well, I have to go and see it because the level of commitment to creating a vibe and an aura around this character, let alone around this film, is so impressive. Did you see that at the press screenings in America, the premieres, they had like whole legions of dancers dressed as Megan?
Oh, I did. I've been watching the videos of it.
Yeah. It's fascinating. I'm really into it, and I like that this kind of film that is a genre film that is completely sort of new is really getting into the public sort of consciousness. It's quite an exciting film to have.
I always get really excited as a horror fan when a horror movie kind of penetrates out of the niche, so to speak, into the mainstream. You know, we saw it last year with Smile, and even like over in America with like Terrifier 2 and all this sort of stuff. Like we've got a new Evil Dead movie coming out this year that people are like, oh, I need to go and see this movie.
Yeah.
And like I watched the trailer with my wife, and she was too scared to finish it, particularly when she sort of like doubles over and sort of spider crawls.
It's creepy, and also there's that sort of. We even had it with things like Get Out and Nope, or Jordan Peele horror movies, where it's like, it's the collective experience of being at the pictures, and that's why I think horror really breaks through in a way that lots of other genres do in their own ways. But this one is more universal because it's that experience of us all being scared at the same time. It's the jump and the laugh together. It's the like, oh, that's kind of creepy. And there's something about this that feels insidious in the dictionary definition of insidious, not the film definition. but like it's that kind of thing where it's like it's just going to be in your head, and there's the AI element of it as well.
Yeah.
I don't, you know me, I don't do horror.
Nope.
But I will be going to Megan.
Me Thregan. We won't do this just now.
Okay.
But I'm just going to say this here.
Please.
Because I'm going to try it in the corridor in a bit. I'm going to try and replicate some of the Megan dance. I don't think I can do much of the shoulder shimmy stuff, but I think I can probably do something like the sort of the arm flailing about stuff.
Do you know the routine to Thriller?
Yeah, I know of it.
Then you can do the because the shoulder shimmies are very similar. Sort of. Yeah.
So I'm going to attempt that.
I can't wait to see
it. And I have no idea how it's turned out
the
yet.
outfit? The little baby doll dress?
Not with me,
That's
no.
a shame.
Yeah. Also out this week, Empire of Light and Tar of which you're seeing tonight, I believe.
Yes, I saw Empire of Light a few weeks ago. It's a movie about movies. Yes, it is. It's a film about a coastside cinema and the people who work in it. Olivia Colman is the star, and she's fantastic. And there are moments in the film where I've never seen her do that. And it's just a reminder that even though the world has come to love Olivia Colman in the way that we in Britain have for a long time, she can still surprise you.
Peep show forever.
It's a really incredible performance from her. So I was a big fan of that. And then yes, Tar is one that is making a lot of waves in the sort of critic circle. It's a film that very much is of my sort of interest. It's about Cate Blanchett is playing a maestro. It's kind of done a lot of the getting the tongues wagging in the critic circles, and I hope it's going to be one of those that's going to filter down and be this kind of like moment movie. If you know what I mean. Yeah. They sort of go a different direction with the form, and yeah, I don't know too much about it, which I kind of like. So I'm looking forward to seeing that tonight. And then yeah, I think I'm glad that it's another one that I'm glad it's getting a big release.
Also out this month, Babylon, The Fabelmans, Unwelcome and Plain. The last of those two we'll talk about in just a moment, because we've got some interesting bits and bobs about those. But Babylon is the new Damien Chazelle movie.
Yes.
And I mean, obviously, love La La Land. I adored Whiplash.
Yeah.
It's just like, I remember seeing that at the London Film Festival, being like, this is one of the most incredible cinematic experiences I've ever had.
I nearly truly jumped out of my seat to applaud at the end of Whiplash. It felt like the right thing to do.
Yeah,
you know,
incredible.
Yeah,
and Babylon's getting a lot of press at the moment. You know, it's got a very impressive cast in there: Olivia Wilde, Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt, and it almost feels like it's a director that is getting everything right, along with a very, very good cast as well.
It's a bold and audacious film. That's what I haven't had a chance to see it, but anyone who I've spoken to who have really spoken about it in the same way, where it's like it's really going for it. It's going full throttle. Just won a Golden Globe. The score.
Did it really?
It did indeed. Yeah, I'm very excited for it. I think the trailers present the idea of chaos.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie shouting, "Who wants to see me fight a snake?" I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah, I sort of do actually.
Why not? Yeah.
Because I want to see a fight a snake and be Barbie.
There you go.
In 2023.
All in the same year. Yeah. Can you believe it? And then The Fabelmans as well is another one that's doing a lot of awards attention because
tis the season.
And it is indeed the season, and it's Steven Spielberg. It's a quasi-biopic, autobiopic in a way, because it's taken inspiration from his life and his growing up experience, but it's not a direct, this is my story. And it's Michelle Williams is the lead, and she's a proper movie star, Michelle Williams.
Oh yeah.
She looks like, one of those classic old Hollywood kind of actresses, and it's apparently going to be very, very well received as we go forward through awards season. So one to see now.
Well, speaking of awards season.
Hello.
We are currently in Cineworld's rewards season.
You can put things in editing.
Oh yeah. We'll just note to producer Rich.
Yeah.
Put some editing in that bit there.
An echo. I thought maybe some explosions.
He's currently nodding and making notes about what he's going to do in the edit.
Good.
But yeah, it's Cineworld's rewards season, and what that means is that we have got a bunch of unlimited screenings coming up. Very exciting unlimited screenings. You get to see the movies before everybody else does. But also, as an unlimited card holder, you get bonuses.
Oh, tell me more.
Brand new bonuses are released every single Monday for unlimited card members. And this week, you know what that means. This week.
Oh, you kept those hidden.
Everybody gets free nachos. So, Dan, and anyone who knows me knows how much I love the nacho cheese sauce.
I remember the first time that you tried some of this, that pot was there, and then the next second it was gone. Like, you just kept going back. It was like I've just discovered this cheese.
This is what I'm doing now.
Can I have some?
Nope.
I'm gonna.
I'm going to have them. Yeah.
There's not a lot you can do about it.
I'm going to have to put those down for a minute because I do need to talk about our unlimited screenings we've got coming
We
up.
have a job to do, and you will be very much stuck. I will have lost you to the nachos.
You're about to, because once these cameras stop, that's it. I'm done now.
Yeah.
Those been sitting there for not a while.
You've been like,
I've been holding on to them, waiting for that moment.
I've had roughly 30% of your attention since you picked up those nachos.
But we've got unlimited screenings coming up on January 17th of Plane, a screening of Unwelcome on the 24th, and a screening of The Whale on January 28th.
Yes.
Now, of those, Unwelcome is the one that I'm instantly drawn towards as the horror guy. Plane, on the other hand, with Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of posters for it recently, and it's getting a lot of big attention.
Yeah, I haven't really seen too much about it. Gerard Butler, an old friend of mine on the Cineworld YouTube channel. I like when he does an action movie, so I'm very keen on that.
Always good to see Gerard Butler.
And I do like it when sometimes a movie comes out and I don't know too much about it, and especially when it's an unlimited screening, because you're going with fellow unlimited members and you're all kind of having this experience of I did it with Moonfall last year, and it was so much fun. So I'm hoping for a similar experience for this one. And then The Whale was one that I managed to see at the London Film Festival back in October. Incredible lead performance from Brendan Fraser.
Lovely to see Brendan Fraser back.
Yeah, because he's one of the most sort of welcoming and charismatic on-screen presences. Wonderful early career, and this is very much a reclamation of his talent, really, and then being able to see just why he had so much potential back in the day, and he was so beloved by audiences. It's a really interesting. It's a film based on a play. It's got a lot of acting in it. Which I really like. Darren Aronofsky's a very interesting director, but you will have seen all of the love and affection that Brendan Fraser has been getting across the festivals, right through to awards season. If you go to the limited screening, you will see exactly why. It's him, and it rests on his performance.
It is a big recommendation from me as well. I think everyone should go to this unlimited screening. If you can't make it to the limited screening, see it when it gets its
It is on its way out soon, but this one is like, go and see it.
Now, Dan, if you don't mind, I'm just going to have a little bit more of this because we've actually got a sizzle reel of the reward season. Okay. So I'm just going.
Can I have any more?
No, but you can watch what we're going to watch now.
Which it's fun. I just would like nachos while I do it.
Tickets are on sale now for some fabulous event cinema, including Life of Pi on March 30th, Best of Enemies on May 18th, Fedora on Saturday the 14th, Like Water for Chocolate on Thursday the 19th.
We also have The Crucible on Thursday the 26th of January, Billie Eilish live at the O2 on the 27th, and BTS yet to come.
In 4DX on February 3rd at 7:30 p.m. and on ScreenX on February 4th at 5 p.m.
I feel like you're actually there.
Yeah.
In the crowd, seeing BTS,
yeah,
while the chairs are shaking, water's flying, like they're spitting on you while singing.
Could you imagine the chairs moving to the beat? I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
But I'm afraid that's all we've got time for on this edition of What's On at Cineworld Cinemas. I know, I'm devastated because I don't want to leave this place.
Never. We don't have to. We can go see another film.
We could do. Do you want to go see Megan again?
I would love that. Let's do it.
Fabulous. And you can check out all of the films that we've discussed today using the links in the video description down below. We will see you next month on What's On at Cineworld Cinemas. Until then, I have been Luke Owen.
And it's an honour just to be nominated.
And that's What's On.